Even though 2016's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice ended with the DC heroes teaming up together to square off against Doomsday, it seemed pretty clear that when the two titular characters fought, for however brief a moment it was, Batman had the upper hand. The Dark Knight was one mommy issue away from disposing of the Man of Steel, who is arguably the most powerful superhero of all time. So if Superman can't defeat the Batman, can anyone? We're taking a look at some of the most powerful heroes and villains from across the Marvel and DC universes for our list of 10 superhero movie characters who could defeat the Batman. Deadpool. Deadpool is one rude dude with an R-rated attitude. The merc with a mouth has the ability to cut you up on the outside with his swords and cut you up on the inside with his foul mouth and relentless insults. Batman was so thrown off his game by just hearing his mother's name, just imagine how much Deadpool would be able to do to mess with him in a fight. Wade Wilson is not just all bark either. He is gifted with regenerative powers, so he's practically impossible to kill. Not to mention, he once destroyed the entire Marvel universe in the comics. Batman may be powerful, but we don't like his odds against Deadpool. Black Panther. The world finally got to see the Black Panther on the screen for the first time in 2016's Captain America: Civil War. The Wakandan warrior is a great match for the Batman, and this certainly would be a very long fight. Both of these heroes have access to an amazing array of gadgets, gizmos, and armor, but only one of them has a vibranium suit. Black Panther and the Dark Knight would go toe-to-toe in some epic hand-to-hand combat, but ultimately, T'Challa would use his heightened durability and psychological manipulation to outlast Batman. It's a fight we're unlikely to see on the big screen anytime soon, so we'll have to stick to watching Bats and Panthers fight on the Discovery Channel. Deathstroke. Judging on the DC social media buzz, it looks like a Deathstroke versus Batman fight is something that fans are going to see on the big screen sooner rather than later. While it might be easy to say that the Batflick will dispose of Joe Manganiello, that may not be the case. Deathstroke, like Marvel's Captain America, is a super soldier. His time in the military revealed that he is the smartest, fastest, and strongest fighter on the planet, and that he even has healing powers. So while the DCEU's CrossFit Batman may be at the peak of human physical shape, Deathstroke is, in almost every way, more powerful and poised to beat up the Batman. Wolverine. This is one fight that fans of superheroes, comics, and really just anything awesome have been hoping to see on the big screen for years. Batman is very strategic and technical in his fighting, where Wolverine is a superpowered, predatory animal, fueled by rage and instinctual fighting skills. Batman would throw all of his best traps, tricks, and gadgets at Logan, and would do some serious damage to him, but all that damage is of course lessened by Wolverine's superb healing powers and incredible strength. It may take him some time, but given long enough, Wolverine would dispose of the Batman by using all the things that make him a truly lethal weapon. Wonder Woman. While the world always seems to be interested in Batman taking on Superman, you don't often hear about Batman facing off with Wonder Woman. Maybe that's because it's a much more one-sided fight. The world got a taste of Wonder Woman's powers in Batman v Superman, and they'll get to see them on display again in her 2017 solo movie. It could be argued that Doomsday would have bested both Superman and Batman if Diana hadn't shown up to save the day. Wonder Woman is an extremely skilled combat artist and has an array of supercharged weapons and costume pieces. She has often beaten the Dark Knight in the comics and seems like she could do the same on the big screen if she ever felt the need to. The Joker. The Joker is probably Batman's most famous foe, especially in the movies. His biggest strength against the Dark Knight is his relentless determination. He just keeps coming back to haunt the people of Gotham. The Joker may not win in one-on-one fights with Batman, but he often wins against him in other ways. Every time the Clown Prince of Gotham kills an innocent person, or even someone close to Bruce Wayne, it torments the Batman, and for the Joker, that's a win. The Joker causes some physical danger to the Dark Knight, but the way he really beats him is by constantly messing with his sanity and sense of humanity. Luke Cage. The titular star of the 2016 Netflix Marvel series Luke Cage is an extremely gifted fighter and an ex-con who would not be afraid to face off against the Batman if prompted. His superhuman strength and unbreakable skin would be a lot for the Dark Knight to handle in one-on-one combat. Like Batman, Cage has a history of fighting gangsters, and his superpowered abilities have helped him take on multiple foes at once. A street fight between these two could really go either way, but they might be better off teaming up together for a vigilante, ex-con, buddy cop style adventure, and cleaning up the streets as a duo. The Hulk. This one seems a bit unfair. The Hulk goes against armies and characters that are far more powerful than the Dark Knight on a pretty regular basis. The Hulk's strength is potentially limitless, his skin is almost impenetrable, and his healing factor rivals that of Wolverine. Batman may have some nifty gadgets, but most of them won't even faze the Hulk. The only chance the Batman has of defeating the Hulk is to get him with a sneak attack or to calm him down once he's angry, the latter of which is practically impossible. So unless the two men plan on bonding over sharing the first name Bruce, we suggest that Mr. Wayne steer clear of the mean green fighting machine. Iron Man. This battle of the billionaires would certainly be one for the ages, and the checkbooks. The two men make for a great match in terms of wits and technological abilities. This battle would likely be one of the closest on this list, but we have to give the edge to Iron Man. If Tony Stark ever found himself in trouble or with a suit destroyed by Batman's best efforts, he can always just call for another one. This may seem like a cop-out, but it certainly would be an effective move that Bruce Wayne simply cannot match. On top of that, Tony does have the Hulkbuster at his disposal, a suit likely too powerful for the Batman to handle. This battle would be close, but Tony keeps his billions and his life. Harley Quinn. Batman was first introduced to Harley in the Batman the Animated Series television show, and most recently in 2016's Suicide Squad. While she may be fun to look at, she definitely would not be fun to go up against in battle. She is a natural enemy of Batman, and her impressive combat skills would allow her to not be destroyed by Batman's legendary fighting abilities. Harley is also skilled with a variety of weapons, such as her mallet, her baseball bat, and even her killer pistol, all of which would help her counteract Batman's numerous gadgets. Harley's biggest edge over Bruce Wayne, however, comes from her training as a psychiatrist. Her ability to get into Batman's head and psychologically hit him where it hurts the most could leave him beaten in front of her before the battle even begins. So there's our list of 10 superhero movie characters who could defeat the Batman. Do you agree with our list? Are there any other characters that we missed? Sound off in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos like this one. Thanks for watching!